Good morning, Sean Ackbeline. It is time now for the Revelstoke Mayor Report with Mayor Gary Sells. Good morning, Gary.
Good morning, Sean.
All right, so let's start with the highway stuff. What have you picked up from any meetings that you may have had with other mayors or the provincial government?
They have opened up Highway 7, kind of got semis that were in Hope out of the way. They're moved both ways. They're going to continue to work on that section of road, kind of pack it down. And I can't recall whether they're going to work at night or work during the day and open it at night so that traffic can move back and forth. Definitely the government is going to limit the vehicles that are on the highways to move them. And we're looking at transportation trucks. So the big trucks will be first on the highway. They're not asking for passenger cars to be out there. They want to get the goods from point A to point B. We're seeing here in Revelstoke, we're seeing our goods to our grocery stores being replenished from vehicles that are coming out of Alberta. Southside had posted they had received some shipments, and I'm assuming that Sabon did the same. They're coming from the east, but there's still going to be limits on things. We have had our roads closed to landslides. The Three Valley, we're closed east of town as well, so we're landlocked for a bit of time. Those have all been cleared. The roads seem to be stable, so traffic is flowing. Minister Farnworth was talking about opening the highways. Minister Fleming, Minister of Transportation, talking about getting highway number 3 open. So Highway 97, kind of Agassiz, that will be flowing. And then next thing they'll work at is getting highway number 3, so down the bottom part of the province open. So that'll be kind of the first thing. And I think they're hoping to be able to have traffic Monday or Tuesday moving through that area. But again, that's going to be dependent on the weather. We're going to see some transportation. Things are going to be different as far as movement of goods. We have concerns, of course, fuel supply here in the community.
Now, our fuel does come from Kamloops, I think.
Yeah, sometimes we have it from Kamloops. Sometimes we see the transport trucks coming down from Edmonton, that sort of thing. So I think we're going to be okay with that. People don't panic. These companies are basically making sure that everybody's got enough to survive on. So
Coquihalla and the Fraser Canyon are going to be not active for some time.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a long haul on that. But provincial government has declared state of emergency. We're starting to see the military will be coming in, and maybe the military will be able to help. Something to look forward to.
What's going on a local level that we should be talking about?
Well, last week we talked briefly about the zoning review bylaw, public hearing November 23rd, 3 p.m., Community Center. That's still going forward. Again, 3 ways to participate: in person, by telephone, or through written submissions. And of course, everything needs to go through public hearings at revelstoke.ca or dropped off at City Hall, because we have to follow COVID protocol. And they have to register to make sure they got the right number of people and enough space and all that sort of thing. Kudos to the fire department the other night. So they had moved the fire truck and a couple firemen over on that side prior to the Trans-Canada Highway being closed, so that if they needed to respond to something, that they were able to do that, and worked out a deal with AMCON. Should more emergency equipment be needed, they were able to close the highway and get trucks there. So I just want to say thank you to the fire department for being proactive. They weren't required. There wasn't any emergencies, but they were ready to go. So I just appreciate that. So just another notice from our fire chief: use of heating appliances are on the rise, so the risk of carbon monoxide poisoning is real. Residents are reminded to check their CO detectors are working and ensure the furnaces and other fuel-burning appliances are properly serviced to reduce the risk of carbon monoxide poisoning. Yesterday was a day of meetings for me. Put a big smile on my face later in the day, where former Mayor Dr. Jeff Battersby popped in to talk to me about issues in our community, and things are good. He and his wife Gwen are living in Vernon, and it was just really wonderful to see him, reintroduce him to some of the staff that he had worked with years ago. It was pretty cool to see.
What did he think about my suggestion of bronzing him for the centerpiece of the roundabout?
That's something that we didn't talk about.
Okay.
Moonlight Madness is on Friday, November 26th. It could be a great time for people to go out here locally and shop. At 4 p.m., the trees in the plaza will be lit up. That'll be a cool thing. So I want to thank the Revelstoke Illuminate Society for all of their work in making sure that this has come to fruition. And I know, Sean, you were part of that group, former Mayor McKee and Mrs. McKee, Tanya Secord. I really appreciate the fact that you guys worked hard to get that done. It was kind of cool this week to see the equipment in there, and those are quite the lights they were wrapping around those trees.
Been a good group. Mark likes to get things done. I think Pat runs the ship, though. Barb's a great treasurer. She does all the fun paperwork, so thank God for Barb. The one thing about retired Mayor Mark McKee, he sure knows how to give a good zinger when he wants to. All right. Well, thanks, Gary.
All right. Thanks, Sean. Appreciate it.